Multi-instrumentalist, arranger, and composer, Dominique Jessie. Welcome to Janee's Juke Joint.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
We're glad to have you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I cannot complain. All right, let's jump right into it. So you're a Long Beach native.
Yep, Long Beach.
You are from the music hub that everybody comes to. People come to California for their dreams, to make their dreams come true, but you were born and raised Long Beach, California. What is your story? What's been your journey to the point where you're at now?
So I started off playing. I first started off on violin. I played in the third grade, and then I didn't want to do violin anymore, so I expanded out to saxophone. I come from a musical family, so my grandfather was in a barbershop quartet. My cousins are singers. They formed a group called Grace. My other cousins play piano. They play drums, saxophone, anything you could think of. I just come from a musical family. So just growing up around that and being around that. And I did grow up in church as well. So church is definitely my foundation of where I started actually playing music and getting the love and the passion for it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, you play multiple instruments.
Yes.
Your voice is the saxophone,
Yes.
right? Okay. So why did you choose the saxophone to be the primary instrument?
For me, saxophone is more expressive. I know other instruments can be expressive, but it's just something about a sax, and I just like long notes. So
Mhm.
something about long notes and very like telling a story and being a lyricist in an instrument is something that opened my eyes to a lot. So saxophone became my main instrument because other instruments are more like rhythm section stuff. So
Mhm.
they, of course, they can stand out in a solo. They can stand out in their own type of dynamic, but it's something different about like even playing a trumpet, a trombone, like a actual wind instrument or a brass instrument that you can stand out and you can actually play the lyrics to it and you can just have fun with it.
And so that's why you went with the
Yeah, that's why I
saxophone.
went with the
Okay.
saxophone.
I love it. So, Long Beach native, you're in the music hub, and you also came from the church, do you find that there is a balance between the two? Are you still in the church, as far as music wise, and like every day? Like, do you find that there is a thin balance, or how do you make that work? Do you have to juggle both?
So first and foremost, I am a born again Christian, so I gave my life to Christ. So how I balance that is that I stick with jazz music and I stick to the music that will glorify God. So I do that balance in like before I even start writing a song or even playing, I make sure I pray and all that stuff, and He guides me to do whatever He wants me to do as far as writing music. Um, Balance wise, I do play in church still. I love playing in church. I play the bass now. I started on the drums, then I
Okay.
went to the piano a little bit, but now I'm on bass now. So I do play in church, and then I do have other gigs that I do play as well. So outside of church.
Okay. And you say you typically stick to jazz music. How has jazz influenced your life?
Man, when I first listened to Ella Fitzgerald, that lady
Nay.
right there, she can make herself sound like a trumpet. And then also shout out to Layla Hathaway too.
Mhm.
She can make background vocals with her voice. So it's like listening to that stuff kind of made me like, oh, what is this? Like, what does this mean? How can I do it in a
Mhm.
different instrument? Even though I can't sing, I'm like, what can I do?
With your
And so
instrument, yeah.
going into that and actually starting to take lessons and sitting in with different people, talking about jazz, being around jazzers, it just influenced me more to stick with jazz. I love all types of music. Don't get me wrong. Neo soul too is one of my favorites. That's why I intertwine it with my jazz music as well.
Mhm. So what's your ultimate goal?
Man, I just want to honestly, I just want to play music. Like I don't really have like, of course, I want to tour, have my own tour,
Yeah.
personal tour, but honestly, I just want to play music. And like in my bio, usually people read, it's just like I want to have that connection with my audience. I want them to how can I put it? Pretty much touch their souls, like with music and make them feel good. Like if they're having a bad day, I want them to come to my show, and then after the show, they'll be like, "Man, I was having a bad
Okay.
day, and now like listening to the music, it made me feel better." So that's my ultimate goal: is just playing music and just sharing my songs.
Okay. And what type of projects are you working on now?
So I just finished up the project. It came out November 23rd. Danielle Songbook
Congratulations.
Part 2. Yeah, Volume 2 is out. It's on all streaming platforms, so you can get it. I've been telling people I'm like that's my last album because albums are a lot of work to work on. So I do have 1 and 2 out on all streaming platforms.
Tell us a little bit about them.
So how they came about was like I said. At first, my first album came out in 2024. I gave my life to Christ in 2023. So that really changed my perspective on how to approach music.
Mhm.
Just being in consecration with God and actually dwelling in His presence kind of gave me that push and that drive for each note of the songs. Most of the songs didn't come before I got saved, but as I continued to write them and then I did get saved, it just started coming more fluently and more like mellow. Because a lot of people, I know my mom had told me, one of her coworkers had told me, told her that her grandfather was sick or something like that, and he hasn't been sleeping in a while, and he listened to one of my songs and it put him right to sleep. So
Okay.
that's the type of
And
testimonies
you
or
see your
reviews
mom,
that I
yeah.
want from people. So yeah, those are my albums are more so based also on emotional because I went through a lot of depression. Before like I want to say 2021, I went through a lot of depression. So those songs come from a very deep place to where anybody dealing with that type of depression or anxiety, fear, whatever they're dealing with, I want them to listen to my songs and feel that. Like I want them to feel God. I want them to feel like they can get through it and
Mhm.
not give up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get emotional. It's
Yeah,
like
you know,
right.
I'll
Don't
get
make
emotional
right.
because
I
depression was a
wanted.
big thing for me. Like,
Yeah.
and I came from a long way, like to the point where suicide was involved. So
Mm.
it was it's definitely a lot. So yeah,
And your music helped bring
my
you
music
out of
helped me.
that,
Yep,
and that's what you want your music to do for other
yep.
people. Yeah, I love that. And music does do that. Music heals. People, you wake up in one mood and you put on the right record or the right song, and next thing you know, you're in a different mood. So definitely keep doing what you're doing. I'm glad you came up out of your
Yeah.
situation.
Thanks to God.
There we go.
Yeah.
And for people, and I like to ask artists this, for people who don't know you, we're introducing you to the Janee's Juke Joint crowd, but just to, the city. Who are you? Like what if someone wanted to know who Dominique Jessie was, what would you say?
Dominique Jessie is just a chill, laid back person. He's very supportive, very kind, generous. Um, man, that's all they would say about me. I'm very supportive. I would say that about myself. I've noticed that a lot. I would show up for anybody. I would do anything for anybody, especially um, if I don't know you from a can of paint, I'm gonna just be nice to you and have that generosity. That's just
Okay.
how I can just describe it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So we're about to wrap it up, but before you get up out of here, just let everyone know how they can stay in contact with you.
So you can follow me on all platforms, DomJess_music, and you can also follow me on Spotify, Apple Music at Dominique Jessie. For all my music. I was before Dominique Jessie, I was Dirty Dom, but we walked past that. We walked past that into a new name. But you can also find my first album, under Dirty Dom on all platforms as well. But I will be transferring my first album to my new artist page, Dominique Jessie. So be on the lookout for that drop.
Perfect. Dominique Jessie, thank you so much for stopping inside Janee's Juke Joint.